What I've discovered is so few business owners really take the time to think about how employee loyalty and alignment of interests matters to the cash flow of their business, the ease of managing their business, and with the end in mind, when they want to exit the business, it's so important to have A caliber employees that just are really excellent at doing what they do, showing that they've been with you a long time and you have low turnover of your top performers. And that when you discover a C player, they find a way out of their company. So it's a really interesting thing. It's super hard, as you've heard me say many times in other videos and in my writings. It is really difficult to deal with people, customers, suppliers, but especially employees. So having a system where you can more easily connect those people and help them understand what matters to the business and to the ownership group, and then aligning them so they get rewarded in a similar way. It's a really important thing for maximizing cash flow and maximizing the value when you want to exit your business. Some of the biggest problems I've seen over the many years as to how difficult it is for business owners to keep employees loyal and to keep them engaged, it really comes down to communication about what's important and measurement against those things. It also has to do with the system of feedback. A lot of times people wait for a whole year to do a performance review, if they do one at all. And usually with your best employees, you don't really feel you need to give them a performance review other than a bonus or an increase in pay because they already know they're doing a great job. The problem is that few of us really get clear on what the objective is and how we're measuring it and get our top people aligned with it. The second thing is that if they're really good, they're being recruited. There's a huge shortage. We all know it's really hard to hire good people and getting harder. So when you have someone that's really a good top producing employee, you can be assured that they're being recruited by somebody. And you just got to be focused on keeping them in the fold for the welfare of the business and the cash flow you want from that business and when you want to exit. One of the things that very few business owners really put a lot of time into is thinking about the real costs of employee turnover. That when somebody leaves, you got a top person, and that person leaves for somewhere else, it isn't just we've lost a loyal person. It's all the time and money that goes into running a new search to find candidates, the time it takes to interview those candidates by however many people in your organization, making that offer, going through to write the offer, structured, hoping they say yes. If they do, great. Now you still have to onboard them all that time with your new systems, computer, everything that's new. It takes a while for even the best people to get acclimated into a culture, to learn the processes and the workflow and the systems. I mean, we all know that. And so it generally is one of the single most expensive things, employee turnover. It's something you want if you've got C players, but you don't want to hire too many of them to begin with. So it really matters to hire better, have predictive performance and fit culturally, but you know they're going to be great beforehand. So like Moneyball, how would you know? We have some systems that are really kind of cool, but after you get them on, you want to keep them. If you can show a buyer when you're ready to sell, even if you're not going to sell within 20 years, to the degree when you're ready to exit the business, you can show the buyer of your business that you have really high performing, top productive employees that have been with you a long time and you've got deep bench strength. That's hugely valuable. The more turnover you have, it's going to cost you in cash flow today and on the exit value. So putting in place a system that retains the loyalty of your top people and aligns their interests with yours as the business owner, it's really difficult. It's one of my specialties, but it's really difficult and it's super important and worth it. Have you faced challenges retaining your top employees? What strategies have actually worked for you or for anybody else you know? We'd really like to hear your comments, find out what's working.